Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to the World Series 2021, another round one, another best of 9, and today we've got Antrip up in the top with China Infantry. We're on, by the looks of things, Snowy Drought. Down in the south we've got Radar, or CK Radar, with the purple GLA Stealth. So you may remember Radar. I actually played him last time I did a stream. I think it was a 20k special about a week ago, something like that. Then, yeah, I actually played Radar a couple of games. He won one game, and I think I won 1 or 2 games, something like that. But, yeah, he's pretty good player. Then up in the north, we've got Antrip. He's a Clan Wars player. He just plays some 1v1 Clan Wars. But in terms of his level, I can't actually remember how good he is. I think he's kind of good. I think we've got kind of a balanced matchup here between Antrip and Radar. That's all I really know. Can't say I've played him a hell of a lot, to be honest. So we got a truck from Antrip, pushing straight down the middle of the map. Infantry against stealth. Very balanced matchup, I think, as well. Got an idle worker here. Needs to be collecting or doing something at least. And we've got a sneaky tunnel going up over here and over here as well. What I noticed about playing infantry is that when he gets like 1 or 2 full outposts, typically among the higher level players, they like to just rush straight at the base. So what you need to do is kind of seal all the gaps, like here and like here. For example, one outpost here could just fill up, go straight down the middle of the map, and unless you've got a tech RPG or a tech terror or something to stop it, then it can just go straight to the arms dealer, and that can be GG. So yeah, you've got to kind of plug all the gaps. Imagine the infantry is the water, and you've got to try and plug all the gaps in the piece of wood or whatever, however you want to vision it. So yeah, this outpost here might cause problems. There is a terrorist here keeping him busy a little bit, and there's a tech RPG over here. It's going to go for one of the trucks. Doesn't seem to be a decent box. It looks okay. I don't know what's quite going on there. And outpost here is going down. Radar with some nice aggression here with this early tunnel. And another worker dropped off here. Not messing around here. And now he's going to switch into quads. Yeah, this is exactly as I think he should play it, to be honest, with all these aggressive tunnels. Tech running around, killing the trucks. Switch straight into quads. This is the outpost I'm talking about, but luckily there is a tunnel there in place. But he could have gone around here and closed the arms dealer down. That's where it would have been a problem. But yeah, he ran straight into a stealth tunnel. This outpost is getting awfully low, but it's probably going to take out one more quad. Yeah, one more quad does go down. A bit of a scrappy fight here in this opening few moments. Minigunner there is going to chase away these RPGs, but now he has to bail because the tunnel is there. There is no trucks collecting over here. This bunker now might help out, actually, but that dozer there does go down. And this dozer is still kind of hiding in the corner over here. One truck has gone down. So yeah, very scrappy on both sides. I think that Antrip is coming out behind, though. I think Radar's taking the lead here. Seems to be controlling the pace of the game, keeping the aggression up. This is just kind of parked here. Antrip's not paying attention with that. These trucks, I think he's just overwhelmed by the sheer aggression here from Radar in these opening few moments. Trucks here. Are they going to go down to this terrorist? I don't think so. I think they are going to escape. But a tech RPG once again pops open another outpost. Another aggressive tunnel. Yeah, I really like this from Radar. Got another tunnel in his base now, so he's more protected. I would like to see him eventually, when he knows he's taking a good lead and he can't do any more damage, I would like to see him then eventually expand and get 1 oil or a 3rd supply or something. But yeah, this infantry just parked here is causing a problem, I suppose. But does it matter if they're just there? Because these quads can actually just push in. It might just be able to close the game out right here. This barracks is now going to be under pressure. Outpost takes out 1 quad. You want to keep the RPGs in front because you don't want to be losing quads for nothing because they are expensive. That's $1,400 worth of quads just lost just there. A palace now being built by Radar. Is not wanting to transition into an oil or something like that. Okay, so it looks like all the quads are going to go down, but I mean, the barracks has gone down. He's still only collecting on 1 truck there. This outpost has gone down, and that's it. Wow. Nice play there from Radar. Didn't expect that fast aggression there. But yeah, he takes a quick 1-0 lead there. Let's see how the next game will go. Okay, jumping into the reverse, we have Antrip down in the south with the GLA Stealth. Up in the north, we've got Radar with the purple China Infantry. So, yeah, is Radar going to be able to convert this into a 2-0? I definitely think it's possible here. It's possible to win with both sides here. It's not like it's a massively imbalanced matchup. It's a very, I don't want to say it's bang on 50-50, because there'll always be someone in the comments saying, it's not 50-50, it's 55-45 or something like that. But it is quite close to a 50-50 matchup, I think. I suppose you could say when it gets to super late game and the GLA stealth gets the Anthrax bomb and drops it right on top of your army, then you're kind of screwed as the infantry. But especially in the early to mid game, infantry's got a very, very good chance. So, yeah, War Factory going up over here, as well as a barracks. Sees truck rushing down the left-hand side, trying to stop some kind of aggressive tunnel here. I don't really know how much value that is, because it does slow you down, slow your economy down. And even if you do deny a tunnel here, I mean, you're probably going to be dropping a bunker over here anyway and securing that, so it would be secure anyway. So how much value is that going to get? That said, though, Antrip has skipped out on a tunnel on this left-hand side completely, so he is going to get punished for this. I mean, if you're just going to have no tunnels in your base, then you will get punished. I think maybe he's just not expecting a truck rush down here. To be fair, you probably wouldn't. It is a long way to go. It is a long way. You probably are not expecting a truck rush there. Tech RPG now in the main base. Outpost here is probably going to get killed. You want to evac the infantry so you save the HP on them. This bunker over here. So yeah, this truck rush, I mean, I stand corrected. Maybe Radar just anticipated there's going to be no tunnel down here, because the last thing you think is a fast unit down here, I suppose. I suppose some people will drop down a tunnel there anyway, just in case it's a helix or something. You want to have tunnels in position. But yeah, this truck's going to be chased away now, but it's already done its mission, really. It's killed a load of workers, and yeah, he's still collecting on 2 trucks back here, and he's actually going to escape with it. Look at this boxing skills from Radar, by the way. Look at this. 2 perfect supplies. This is super perfect, because the mines are out here. This is really nice play from Radar. I'm impressed so far. RPG's going to drop off a... oh, sorry, the technical's going to drop off an RPG inside of this building. There is a tunnel going up here. There's a tunnel in the center. But what is inside that technical? If it's a terrorist, there is one terrorist, but is the mini going to focus it down? Yeah, it is. Okay, losses on both sides there, but I think you have to say Antrip came out on top because he did clear up that whole outpost in the end. So yeah, Radar's spending all of his money. He's not hanging around. He's still got this truck just chilling over here. I suppose it's just providing a bit of a scout, really, isn't it? Because if you see here, he's got a really good vision. For some reason, that outpost is not being detected. I think Antrip knows it's there because it parked earlier. So is he going to force fire? Ooh, it's just missing it. The outpost really living on the knife edge, isn't it? Okay. Oh, okay. It goes down eventually. I thought it was going to escape for a second. Antrip has switched into an oil and refinery. This is where you've seen a bit of a variation. Whereas Radar before just kept up all the pressure, aggressive tunnels, quads, pushes, all that kind of stuff. Antrip playing a little bit more passive and letting infantry control the game. Making a hijacker against infantry. Now, how useful is that going to be? Because everything that infantry makes detects stealth. So whether you make an outpost or an assault troop crawler, it's going to detect it. Going to lose a minigunner here. That might be important because the minigunners do take out the RPGs. And it looks like both outposts are going to go down. RPGs there do get cleared up. There is a inf blob over here. You know what would be really good for Antrip? Not losing all of his quads for one, but yeah, he does need to deal with this actually. I think a terrorist wouldn't be such a bad idea, but also engaging with the tunnels, with the tunnels and the quads at the same time. That's the key to taking this down. Okay, so that is going to get cleared up. What would be a really good strat for him now is to send 2 stealth bikes, or even just 1 stealth bike, all the way across the map and get that oil. Because you could build a bike in like literally builds in 4 or 5 seconds, send it over there, it would be there in no time because a bike's like the fastest ground unit, and then get that oil and you'd be in a really good position. Okay, Antrip gonna attack these infantry, but he was sending the quads in single file, which would give these infantry a chance, but Radar's not really controlling these units anyway, so luckily for him, he's able to clear that up without taking even any damage. There is a assault troop crawler out. Was that a rebel? Don't even know what that was. Or was it an RPG? Assault Troop Crawler and an Outpost. I suppose an Assault Troop Crawler pretty rare against the stealth. You're generally going to be making outposts, or at least unloading your Assault Troop Crawler into a load of outposts. Would like to see Subliminal Messaging. As I always say, doubles the HP regeneration of your units. A little bit of a quad pop here. And this army might get trapped. Oh man, that's painful. Yeah, I don't really understand the Assault Troop Crawler. That's the only thing I don't understand there. Nice hold from Antrip. He has not expanded to a third, though. He does have control here. Maybe just one extra tunnel there and a supply there wouldn't be so bad right now. Radar has expanded to a CC and an airfield. Again, he's not interested in his third as well. I would say rather than these two, should you not prioritize that third and get some bunkers and stuff. Antrip with a massive attack here with some quads and RPGs. Palace going up as well. It's got a decent amount of workers, but only 4 on this one. Could do with a few more. And Antrip pushing into the base now with quite a scary army, considering he's only got an ECM and 2 outposts. He does have a super though, so he could disable some of these vetted and scrapped quads. It could make it a little bit easier. But generally, yeah, as the infantry, you want to be thinking, okay, I want to take a fight with the quads, but not with the RPGs. So when they're split like this is a gift. This is a gift. Yeah, you don't want to go near the RPGs. You want to just close down the quads and kill the quads, because these are anti-quads, unless you go really close like this. So yeah, it looks like Radar's taking way too much damage here. There's only one quad, only one outpost remaining. A lot of quads are going down. Like I said, they are away from the RPGs. This one is disabled here. MiGs come in to help, and I think it's basically mutually assured destruction, isn't it? Both players have lost everything. You might even lose his Lotus here. Oh man, I mean that's all that remains of both players' army. It's basically, yeah, that's the thing about war, isn't it? You're both just gonna kill each other. Here's a rebel now. Has he sent a bike for that or not? Third supply is going up now. A little bit late, but at least he's getting it. Radar's floating 9k. War factory and like 2 barracks is probably what I'd be dropping down, like loads of tank hunters. But then you got to be worrying that the stealth's been left alone for quite a while. He's probably going to be on a palace and Jarman. So even if you make loads of tank hunters now, carpet comes in. But where is that carpet going? I think you need the carpet right here. You don't need it on the base. You need to survive. And the supply there has gone down. Dozer has gone down. Artillery is fired, and that's actually going to go at the top of the map. Okay, so that was a huge mistake. Well, those should have been moved out of the way because he saw the carpet fly over. But this artillery now, I mean, don't tell me the artillery is going to hit as well. Okay, artillery misses, but yeah, the carpet should have been here. You probably could have wiped out all of them quads in a line, because no point attacking an enemy base when you're literally about to die. You need to survive. You need to survive first. This is really nice play here from the stealth both times, to be honest. Really nice aggression. Just not impressed with Radar's floating. He had like 9k. The decision to build the airfield under a CC at that point, I don't think was the best thing. Getting out a bigger army and expanding to a third was the better thing. He's still in it, but that's his last dozer, I think. So I think that is GG, yeah. So it was all very nice from Radar for the first opening minutes, but dropping down that CC in that airfield and just banking a load of money and making an assault troop crawler, those are the kind of questionable things. The trick is make a load of full outposts, 1 or 2 ECMs, maybe 1 flamer or whatever, and push out with a big army. Or you can split your army in 2 and clear one side and clear the other side. But yeah, assault troop crawler, and those are the things that I mentioned. Probably not the most optimal or best strat. So 1-1 is the score. Okay, jumping into the next match, we have Canyon of the Dead. Version 2. Canyon of the Dead V2 with the cars removed. There used to be cars down here. So we have Antrip with the green China nuke down in the south. Up in the north, we've got Tox for Radar. So nice matchup once again. And he's playing with the purple color. So yeah, the thing about this map is one of them maps where you build your power plant and then it screws the positioning of your supplies. I don't know if that's going to be a perfect supply now, because that power's a little bit too close. Just due to the positioning of where your CC starts. Maybe the CC should start a little bit further away or something. for both players, so it's fair. I don't know. Okay, so build order for Antrip, 2 supplies, war factory, and is that going to be a barracks or a war factory? Okay, double war factory. I like this. I think it's decent. There could also be a barracks instead of the war factory and do a bunker and then into a fast prop like we've seen. I think we saw Anti-Pro do before, but also 2 supplies, 2 war factories is perfectly fine as well. Radar with an interesting little box going on here. Got 2 barracks, so are both of them real? Yeah, they are both real. Which means he spent $500 on extra barracks early on. Which means he's going to have less tunnels out. You notice he's got no aggressive tunnels out just yet? He's building another barracks, okay. I think you're seeing that a big skill or a big part of Zero Hour is being able to box your stuff. Where it doesn't matter if you're nuke and you're protecting your trucks like that's really decent. Or yeah, like this, if you build a barracks there or whatever, or if you're infantry building bunkers at the side of your trucks, or if you're GLA doing this kind of thing. Yeah, a big part of it is protecting your economy. And having really good boxing skills, I think, sets you up really nicely. I don't know if you could force fire there. I think if he goes around to the mines, not going to... Oh, he might kill 1 truck, you know. Yeah, he kills 1 truck. Very nice. And the propaganda center gets found. Tech RPG going to kill the dozer. That is a really decent start. Picking off 1 truck and 1 dozer, you will definitely take that. We've got another tunnel being built here, but the Battlemaster is already entering the base. Where is the other dozer? The other dozer's over here running away. Is he going to find it? I think he's just seen it, which is why he paused, but then he realized I'm going to go for the trucks because there's a few Battlemasters here, and maybe I'll lose them. I wonder if that building can fire on that. If it can, that's amazing. But you see, with these boxing, you spent an extra $500, but you've still let a Battlemaster through. A Battlemaster could also go around the back there, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, spending that extra 500, I'm not convinced that was worth it. Battlemaster there does go down. There's quite a few Scorpions out. Truck harassment over here, but I'm pretty sure the Battlemasters will be able to get over and clear this up eventually. He's lost 1 truck already, though. And these Battlemasters here are going down. This one's just been left. This is the thing about Antrip, what we saw in the infantry game as well. He just like kind of sends some units in, but then he gets distracted elsewhere, and then he's just leaving them in places. You've got to remember, attack and defense. You've got to be able to do both, and it's never going to be easy. As I said last time, life's not easy. You've got to be able to do both at the same time. So, yeah, he does lose that Battlemaster now. I mean, that Battlemaster could have gone back in there and killed a load of more workers. Antrip's only collecting on 1 truck over here because it did die to the terrorist before. He's collecting from here, but he's collecting from this when he should be collecting from here. Probably a little bit faster. First Overlord is out, ECM and a gap. Another Battlemaster is going to be sent into the supply line. I wonder if Radar's pop here is going to be quick enough to stop it. It doesn't look like it, does it? Tech RPG on this. Is that going to be a tech RPG? I think it probably is. He's probably going to go for the dozer. And there is a dozer lying right here, ready for the take-in. Ooh. 1 Battlemaster goes down. Is that dozer going to be chased? No, it's not. What is inside this? Nothing. Going to die to the mines, actually. Okay, collecting back on 2 trucks here. Only 1 truck here. No speaker tower. Got another Battlemaster there in the supply line, fighting with a Scorpion. Even the Battlemaster's even going to win against the Scorpion there. Let's go down eventually. Scorpion pop from behind here. But yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't have these... he's built a gap. Okay. Interesting. Why would you not build a speaker tower there? Because then you get free healing, especially if you've got the subliminal meshing. You heal at an insane rate. Why would you build a gap? Which makes it a more expensive unit, and your gat's not going to do much against these tanks. Definitely better off building the speaker tower, but here's a speaker tower one, okay. So that one is going to start healing now, but it's going to remain low for the next 30 seconds or so. And now these Scorpions, yeah, they've got a decision to make. Do they just want to bail? They can go for a base trade or something, or do you actually want to take this fight against the Overlords? In general, if you can't take a fight, or if you're pretty sure you're going to lose a fight, go for the base trade, and that is what Radar's doing. I like that decision. It's a hard decision because you're going to sacrifice some of your base or all of your base, but go for the base trade. If you can't take a fight, take the fight elsewhere. That's basically the motto. Needs to be careful because there's mines there. I think he knows it because he's detonated some already. Flamer here probably will go down. There is an Overlord here as well, though, so you probably want to focus on that. Scorpion's taking a bit of damage here. Power plant taking some damage. War factory's looking like it's going to go down. Thing is here, you could sell some of your stuff because you don't want the nuke to get level 3. So while it's a base trade situation, you want to sell the building. As he's attacking it, you want to sell it so he doesn't get the kill. And you get the money back for it. Is Radar expanding elsewhere? He needs to sneak off a worker into a position. He's getting an oil. I think this position over here wouldn't be bad, actually, because you can use that bunker pretty full loaded of RPGs to probably defend. But the fact that he's not able to push any further now because of this Overlord, I'm going to say probably this is Antrip's game, because look, he's getting veterancy on these Overlords. He's level 3 now because he hasn't been selling. Radar hasn't been selling his stuff. So yeah, carpet and artillery is just going to annihilate whatever is left. Never mind just this army going around the map clearing stuff up in the first place. Okay, supply goes down. Vet 3 Scorpion. Very, very nice. Nobody's got this oil down here yet. I think that's a mistake from Antrip, because when you get the propaganda center, one of the first things you build, even sometimes I prioritize the Lotus over a Overlord, yeah, is a barracks and a Lotus. Because as soon as you get that oil and that oil, your economy just spirals out of control, and you got a really, really decent economy. So yeah, whilst an Overlord and ECM is important, getting that Lotus out is super important as well. There is a Flamer heading over there. Scorpion push once again. 1 Battlemaster falls, 2 Battlemasters fall, and this Overlord looking like it'll fall as well. This is the difference to the vetted Scorpion. See how much they're just wrecking everything here. But the explosions there from the Battlemasters are taking down these Scorpions as well, and only 2 Scorpions now remain. I'm not sure Radar has enough to win here, because this massive nuke army that's moving around can just literally go anywhere and take any fight and win it. Prop goes down. You just see the veterancy difference, man. Just see how fast that prop went down to 2 Scorpions. How often would that happen? Crazy. Artillery, carpet, I think we're moments away from Radar exiting the game. Antrip in a really good position. He could be in a strong position. I don't know why he's flamed that down. I really don't know, because he's nuke. He got the Lotus. He just doesn't want to take any chances of his opponent getting back into the game or something. Radar has been defeated. 2-1 for Antrip. Very, very nice there from Antrip. Shows that all his Clan Wars spamming is certainly paying off. So yeah, 2-1. Okay, jumping into the next game, we have Antrip up in the north with the GLA Tox in the green. Down the south, we have the purple Radar with the China nuke. So yeah, we've seen the nuke win once. Are we going to see a 2-2 scoreline with the nuke winning again? Or are we going to see Tox get the win here and Antrip take a 3-1 lead? So once again, you see that power plant, how close it is to the supply. It's forcing you to do it so close. Like that's not going to be... Oh, is it? The terrain is also weird here. I'm sure this is on an angle, you know, because when you actually place it, when you try to place it in the game, you can't actually see how close it is. So it's a little bit too close. This truck's been forced out a bit, but I don't know. Always kind of weird, this supply. Always kind of weird. Okay, different kind of box going on in Antrip space, which I do prefer, because this is a solid box. I don't think anything's going to be getting inside of that. This one is really hard to box anyway, so that extra barracks there from Radar in the beginning I don't think was needed. So yeah, I prefer just a single tunnel there, some RPGs. Very, very nice. Got a tunnel up in the middle. Going to be a tech RPG. There's a truck rush from Radar, looking for a worker over in its right hand side, but now going into the base, what is he going to be able to find here? RPG is locked on. Radar going to crush it or just leave it? No, he's not interested. He's chasing this down in his base. Is a terrorist, and he could kill the Battlemaster. Oh, man. Why didn't you move the Battlemaster back? Tech RPG here, going to kill some trucks, and it's looking like Antrip is on form. Truck there is trying to get some kills. Nice save there from Antrip. This truck needs to be put back ASAP. Tech RPG is still roaming around. Another truck there going to be taking some damage. And is he going to get hunted? Well, one of those is going to go down. He could get a super tech as well, because he knows there's no mines there now. Oh no, don't collect the scrap of the RPGs. Why aren't you getting a super tech? I don't understand that. I don't understand why he's not getting the super tech. The longer he hangs around, the more chance there could be mines there. What is he doing? What's he doing? He's collecting the scrap of the RPGs. Get this scrap, man. You get a super tech. Whew. I mean, lucky for him, Radar's not even interested in this supply. Oh, man. He's just ran straight into mines. If you're not sure there's mines there, just stay away from it. Just stay like an extra few centimeters away. There is a Battlemaster in the supply line. This one is probably going to go down. There's a Scorpion after it. And the Toxtonol might finish it off now. Yeah. There's still a couple of RPGs here, so those are still at risk. The Battlemaster's going to be sent there. The truck replenishment rate throughout these games has been very slow or non-existent. Like, for both players. Like, as soon as you lose 2 trucks and as soon as it's safe again, instantly build them back. You can't just stay on 1 supply, because you're on 1 supply against 2 right now. Your economy's 50% worse. Okay, so we do have 2 arms dealers now. Truck is finally rebuilt. There is still an RPG running around, and Radar has seemingly seen it. Takes a little bit of damage on the truck. I wonder if that's a tech RPG. I don't know. There's quite a lot of quads out, you know. I think he's anticipating there might be a Helix. But he's been in the base quite a lot, and he's not seen an airfield. So therefore, a quad's needed right now. When you see an airfield, then okay, switch into quads. But otherwise, quads are not actually that good against nuke, unless you've got loads of them. But even then, against mass Battlemasters... yeah, they're not that good. Battlemaster straight down the middle. Probably will stop this worker, maybe stop this tunnel. So going to be a massive pop again. It might lose the RPGs if it explodes here. That's the problem. Ooh, everything's kind of stuck.
A warrior has fallen.
Oh, that's problematic for him. He did lose a few units there. I think a quad and a couple of RPGs. Never pop again, and you're seeing, look how bad the quads are against these tanks. This tunnel is probably going to get cleared eventually, but it's doing okay damage to these Battlemasters. That Battlemaster wants to keep moving. If you just keep it in one spot, the Toxtonol will just wreck it, and it does go down finally to a Scorpion. Quad center over here, just looking for the oil capture. Propaganda center now being built. The Battlemaster does go down. A quad goes down there. Antrip is now level 3, which is quite unusual, actually. The GLA to be ahead of the China, I think, is that quite unusual? Yeah, he's killed loads more. First ECM is out. No overlords in sight yet. No barracks for the Lotus. I definitely think these players... I've seen a few games where Nuke has played this now. Definitely need to be dropping down that barracks and getting a Lotus out and getting the oils faster. Especially when you took so much economic damage in the beginning. Yeah, maybe he just feels like he wants to get the damage done now before Palace gets out. Palace is already 50%, so yeah, fair enough. Needs to get across the map, but yeah, barracks is needed at some point now. He's got the money for it. He's actually dropping down to CC, so that's a huge mistake. Definitely. He's not even close to level 3. He doesn't need a CC. Okay, so these tunnels at the front here might get cleared up. Do get cleared up, and it is adding to his XP, to be fair. Antrip, again, as a GLA, will always have to face the decision. Do you want to take the fight or go for a counter-attack? He's going for a counter-attack. Would like to see some more aggressive tunnels. Just having this one back here, probably a little bit too far away. Technical, almost gets ECM, then battle mastered. So yeah, does Radar want to go for the base trade, or does he want to go back to his base? What is he actually doing? We're just checking if Antrip was on a third, I think. But here, it looks like the war factory might go down. That's if that 2 scored. We saw how strong they were earlier. And this army is pushing in. I mean, it looks like a big army, but really, the only firepower is like that Overlord ECM. These few things at the front will eventually go down to just the tier 1 units of the Tox, I think. Supply here going down. You're giving more XP to the opponent, and you're making his army stronger as well, Vet 2, by not selling. Battle Master's going down. All that remains now is the Overlord. Even the ECM has not been saved, so now Jarman can just snipe that, actually. Okay, still a big push in. There is an Overlord and ECM that will eventually clear this up if you don't decide if you're fighting it or not. But is he just going to sacrifice his army to try and kill the CC? I don't think he can finish the CC. Battle Master is going to go down. Is the Overlord going to go down? There is a mine drop, maybe. And if that's a little bit overkill, because I think he won the engagement anyway. I don't think the mines is needed. See, the army's all cleared up anyway. That mines didn't really do much. Got the trucks here. He could expand over here now. He's got the CC, so he can send his dozer out. He's got a nuke cannon, interestingly. Buildings here are going to be cleared. He is on level 3. I suppose that's the benefit of getting your CC nice and early. Carpet and artillery coming across the map, and oh my god. What was even there? It was the palace. Oh, okay, it was the palace, but Antrip sold the palace. Oh, wow. Oh man, he anticipated it was be the palace, so he sold it. But then he took an artillery to the face here and lost a lot of workers, so... Yeah, I don't know. I think that's quite good for Antrip because he saved the palace at the end of the day and only lost a few workers. The only real damage is, yeah, just the workers. These can all be repaired for free. Jarman Kell is here. Barracks finally being built, but these oils have been sitting on the battlefield, not captured for 10 minutes. New cannon gets sniped. Overlord for the GLA is actually moving in now with a couple of Scorpions. This is where the mines might come in handy unless Antrip remembers where they are. Finally a Lotus. Finally a Lotus. Only 5 minutes too late. Gonna disable the Overlord. Very nice. But yeah, you need to now kill the Overlord. That's the problem. I don't know about disabling Scorpions because they fire toxin shells, so your Lotus will eventually die. Yes, she's dead. Antrip doesn't remember where the mines are, and the CC is now in danger. Radar's now trying to clear this area. There's quite a few units here. 3 units, of which all are going to go down. Yeah, Radar's base is under threat, and Antrip's getting the bounty money for everything that he kills. Dozer goes down, but he has a CC. What else is he going to do? He's standing pretty close to the mines. He's standing pretty trapped as well. If this other army comes in from Radar now, then this army is a bit trapped. He's got a low Overlord as well. But he does have a Jarman, though, so he can snipe one of these. Does he have a CC? Building a palace. Doesn't have a CC for the Rebel Ambush, because you could snipe this, Rebel Ambush it, and take it for yourself. I think Radar's army will come out on top here because he does have the 2 ECMs, so he can disable this. Yeah, both players a bit thin on the ground in terms of army. Antrip's floating 7k, just spent a load of money though, down to 4.9. And the Scorpions here do fall. Antrip now going for the oil. Where is the Lotus? Lotus has just been kind of chilling in the base, disabling units and following the Jarman. Okay, carpet bomb now from radar once again. Oh, these buildings haven't been repaired, man. Oh, that's painful. You didn't need to lose all these. Didn't need to lose all that. You would have lost your workers, yeah, sure, but you didn't need to lose these. I suppose the supply doesn't matter because the supply's mined out, but the war factory. Okay, finally some oil captures at the 13-minute mark. Scorpion's now coming in forward to counter-attack again. He's realized this Overlord ECM army is out of the way. And radar is not expanded to a third for the entire game. So this is his entire base. I think radar's lost it, you know, because the Jarman just needs to pick off that. And then radar's out of answers. Like, he has no money, he has nothing else. So yeah, bring the Jarman and snipe these rather than taking the fight with the Scorpions. Okay, a couple of Scorpions do get picked off and killed. Artillery platform now belongs to our Tox player down here. And I think he's going to try and get this, but I think the artillery platform is going to wreck the rebels, though. Yeah, it does. He's going to make a tunnel, though. Where is the Jarman? Okay, big engagement here. This one will probably end radar, I think, because if this Overlord goes down, that's it. He has no more answers. I think he's got a Lotus, and that's it. He sent his trucks over here long distance collecting. He's got his artillery. Force fire there has actually killed the worker. I never expected that. But radar is somehow hanging on. How the hell has he done that with this Overlord still? Artillery kills a load of workers. Antrip's dropping down a market. This is a very interesting game because now Antrip's looking a bit thin on the ground, but it's just the Jarman where you just need a Jarman and an ambush. I don't even know about that market. Like a Jarman and an ambush to take these. And it's GG, I think. He's actually scanned the Lotus. Ooh, baby. That's got to be it, surely. Surely that's it. Oh, the Lotus is being detected by the neutral Gatling cannon. He's going to pop an RPG and take that. Or is he just not interested in taking it? I don't think he cares. Is there even any units in it? Or is it empty? I think it's empty, isn't it? Whoa, look at this carpet! Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Oh, what is this game? What even is this game? Okay, there's another Overlord. He does want to take it now. This is an empty battle bus. What the hell is he doing out on the battlefield, an empty battle bus? He's still collecting here. Is he going to get workers' shoes? Don't even know if it's worth it. I think probably just worth it. Trying to force fire that. He's still got an oil that's keeping him in the game, and he's also long distance collecting over here. There is a Scorpion here. He does have enough money just about. He did have. He just bought something. Okay, so we have a nuke cannon back out. Overlord ECM outpost. Jarman is back in the mix. It's the rebel ambush that I'm missing. Battle bus comes in. He's got one RPG. Antrip really treating this battle bus. Oh, he's got two RPGs. Sorry, he's got two. Overlord actually takes the... Sorry, Jarman actually takes the Overlord. It's worth it when you consider it. It's $1,500 for a $2,000 unit. You've got the speaker tower, so it's actually $2,500. Mine drop on top of the tunnel, and the battle bus is going to run straight through it. Okay. Worker going to clear the mines. Very, very nice. There is a Lotus over here. Wants to probably capture this arms dealer. This is probably the most mental nuke tox game I've seen in a while. Both players have got... Oh, they both did have an oil. Arms dealer there is captured. Another market now being built by Antrip. I suppose if the game goes longer, he's got workers' shoes. He's collecting a decent amount of money. He's got 2 markets. But Radar's still got a load of money here. And he's got decent support powers, like the carpet and artillery can just wreck the GLA by itself, really. This building here is going to be cleared. That Overlord, very, very lucky to escape. Troop Crawler is going to clear this, though. Where is the Jarman? I hope he's rebuilt the Jarman, because he took the Overlord with it, which is cool. But rebuild the Jarman at least. The Jarman is probably the most powerful unit right now. Battle bus comes in, is killing a load of trucks. This is getting more bounty and more XP money for Antrip. Interestingly, Radar's way ahead in terms of XP now, 4.4k. Almost on the EMP. And I think this battle bus could just clear up here. It might go whole mode, but I still think it can kill this Battlemaster. And I think it can kill the Overlord as well, especially with the Scorpion help as well. Yeah, I think that might be GG, you know? Like, what can Radar actually do now? He's also lost his oil over there, so he's got no more income. He's got an ECM and a Troop Crawler, or just the Red Guard to his name. Carpet Bomb comes in again. It doesn't really kill a hell of a lot, though. And I think that might be it. Artillery. It's going to be again down on this bottom right, but you probably want to do it here because Antrip's got a massive, massive army now moving into the main base. Artillery kills the tunnel, and okay, a market was building there. Wouldn't it have been better to kill that one? Don't know. GG. What a monster game. Nuke versus Tox. Very, very nice. Antrip takes a 3-1 lead. Very, very nice game to watch. No doubt it was fun to play as well. I'm sure Antrip's happy with himself. GG, well played. And on to the next. Okay, so welcome to Natural Threats, or as Fargo calls it, Natural Threads. We have down in the south, China tank with the green. Up in the north, we have China infantry with the purple for radar. So yeah, very, very hard matchup for the tank here. Expecting infantry to win it both ways, but anything can happen. Two supplies for Antrip, 2 supplies for radar. Yeah, there's a few decisions that both players are going to make. I mean, the tank can either do war factory and a barracks, or 2 war factories, or do some kind of MiG oil grab, something like that. The infantry could do 2 war factories, could do war factory barracks, and a bunker on the side, something like that. I think the most normal is war factory barracks. But yeah, maybe he should have used the frenzy in the beginning. I don't know if he did use the frenzy to actually scan the enemy base to see where the first dose is going. Because where that first dose is going is quite important. If it's going like over to his left hand side, you can anticipate it's going to be a fast war factory there, or straight through the middle, or straight down the right hand side. So yeah, I quite like that frenzy use in the beginning, just to see where it's going. So 2 supplies, 2 war factories is the build order of choice from Antrip. 2 perfect supply placements, and radar looks like 2 perfect supply placements as well, although they were moving a little bit. I think the dozer might have messed them up. GAT and an outpost is the build. Oh, sorry, the units of choice for Antrip. And over here we've got a GAT. Probably can harass the trucks here. Yeah, one truck has gone down so far. A little bit of an oversight there by Radar. Just leaving his trucks open to a unit. I mean, yeah, he's really lucky actually that that's the Flamer second. If that was the Flamer first, he'd probably GG already. This is the thing about infantry, why it's so strong, is because it can just kill Gats so easily like this. I don't understand why there wasn't some outpost there or something, because just Gats alone, like even his first couple of units with Gats, that I don't get, because outposts just clear them up so easy. Another Gat falls, and probably this prop and probably the dozer are going to go down here. There's a flamer now from Radar. That has been cleared up in his base. That's been cleared up. So yeah, I think Antrip did a nice build order here. Nice strat with the units down the side. But if those first two units were flamers instead, I think he could have been in a really decent position here. But now he's lost his prop and a dozer. Not looking so great. And now infantry's been given time to breathe. He's got a bunker up. Could drop another bunker on the right side. No prop from Radar just yet. Another unit falls here to the outpost. There's another outpost coming down this right hand side. Pretty full, not completely full. Let's get popped open though with no evac, and the Gat there is going to clear most of it. Yeah, all of it up. Okay, Antrip actually made 2 ECMs whilst he had the prop before he lost it. Very nice, but still, this outpost is still going to wreck this. Yeah, I think Antrip's struggling with the composition a little bit here. Gats and ECMs against full outposts, I don't get it. Outpost gets away, and another outpost straight down the mid. There's another flamer down the right. Prop being built here by Radar. See, as soon as the ECMs lock on, the outpost just wrecks it. And then the Gats left on their own and they just get wrecked. So yeah, it's just this composition doesn't make any sense here from Antrip. I don't mind the composition as long as you've got like something else with it, like the outposts. Yeah, GG. GG 3-2. I mean, you're supposed to lose that anyway, but if his first unit down the right was a flamer, he probably won. If he'd have made some more outposts and combined that with the Gats rather than making ACMs, it probably would have won. But yeah, I mean, it's a hard matchup anyway, so 3-2. Okay, jumping into the reverse, we've got infantry for Antrip up in the green, up in the north. Down in the south, there's the frenzy. Down in the south, we've got the purple China tank for Radar. So yeah, now the fact that he's been scanned, you can see this dozer going straight to the mid. So I'd be watching the enemy base like this. Where is it going? I think Radar's trying to trick him. He sent it over there first, and then he sent it over to the right. So now Antrip knows there's going to be an aggressive war factory either here or over here. And I think Radar might think, just YOLO, I'll just do it anyway. Or he might just be thinking, maybe I've tricked him by heading that way and then heading that way, maybe something like that. But now, yeah, Antrip just knows he needs to send his first outpost straight down the middle or straight on this right hand side, or when he's dropping a bunker, it needs to be on the right hand side. Bunker placement, a little bit questionable there. Like, is a flamer still going to be able to get down there? Probably yes. Okay, war factory has actually been built on this side. 2 spies, 2 war factories for Radar. Okay. It's quite a nice build order from Radar. His first unit is a flamer. Is going to go down the right hand side. Is it going to get past that bunker then? So I question that bunker placement. Is it going to get past it? There's only 1 tank hunter inside it. Yeah, there's lots of mini decisions you've got to make in game. Like that first flamer there. Like, imagine if that had gone straight down the middle of the map. It could have probably killed that power. Or you probably could have got in here and killed the power in the barracks or something like that. But because that was the second flamer there, that's going to get shut down. So, yeah, you could have had him distracted with the first flamer here. And then the second flamer could have been this one. So this one would have been slightly delayed, but he'd already be distracted here, and then another flamer would come in. But, yeah. Okay, first outpost is going to close down this war factory and start dishing out the damage. Another outpost heading in the direction of the war factory, but of course there's going to be some defense there. That bunker placement was questionable because the sneaky flamers just got in, actually. And 2 trucks here are going to go down. Supplies probably going to go down, and maybe even the barracks is going to go down. And there's an outpost here, going to pop open this one. Flame wall here doing big damage. And that has actually been defended. So far, it actually looks really, really decent here for radar. The flamer's just wrecking everything. Like, that bunker placement, man. What were you thinking when you placed that down? Outpost there takes out the gap. Flamer here going to continue the rampage. It's probably going to get closed down now, but he's on a weaker economy because he's lost 1 supply in the 2 trucks. Tank hunters here are going down. A gat that needs sending back because as we've seen before, gats just get wrecked. Flame wall here. It's going to try and kill the war factory. Almost does, but sadly not. Another outpost cracked open, and probably another gat going to fall here. Flame wall on the power. No third supply. Oh, as I say, that third supply being dropped down now. Thing is, you don't want to cut the aggression when you're having such good success like this. Dropping down a third and cutting the aggression is probably the last thing you want to do. You want to keep up the aggression whilst it's working. When it stops working, okay, then you can expand to a third. Yeah, you don't want to cut your unit production off. That's the last thing you want to do whilst the aggression is working against the nymph. There is a flamer on this left-hand side, and that is probably going to get round the back here. That's problematic for Antrip, to say the least. Power plant now has been cleared. Flame wall on the minigunner. Oh, this flamer, man. Oh, baby. He's not using it. Okay, he is now. That's probably GG, you know. I don't think you can come back from that. Oh, baby, he quits. Wow, well played by radar. Well played by radar. I never expected a tank win there. 3-3 is the score. Okay, next match, we've got Antrip now with the USA Air Force in the top right with the green color. Down in the bottom left, we've got GLA Stealth for radar with the purple. So yeah, Forgotten Air Battle. Not known for its mega riches on the map, because you've got these crates that tend to mine out obviously a lot faster than your main. So your main's got 40k. Yeah, these are all 3.7k, so I'll leave you to do the maths. It's less than the 40k though. And then you've got these oils in the corner, which sometimes get cleared down. And if they're dead, yeah, and that mine's out. It's not got loads of money, but it's definitely an interesting map. It's actually based on the official map, the Forgotten Forest. Based like a Forgotten Forest Winter Edition, and like some of the land is like flatter. Yeah, the annoying terrain on this is, yeah, exactly that. Really annoying. Because like buggies and stuff and V fights against gats and all kind of stuff go badly on this terrain. So, arms dealer. Terrorist in place in case of a drop. No terrorist over here though, so that's something that Antrip could have done. He could have punished that. Actually chosen to keep his CC here. A little bit brave considering he's just lost the two previous matchups. What is going on there, baby? It's gone now. What the hell? What the hell was that? It looks like the smoke from the dozer. Ah, the dozer's here. So yeah, something happened with the dozer's smoke. Kind of weird, isn't it? Isn't it, really? Very strange. What the hell is the terrorist in over here? Gets gunned down by the V. This worker, though, has been left and, yeah, not crushed. That's going to cause him some problems, to say the least. If that gets up, let's get stopped on 95%. There is a technical in the base. But the technical just decides to go back. Has that been just forgotten to load up or something? What the... What the hell? Like, it's actually hard to get technicals in the base, as you're seeing now. So, like, why would you send an empty technical? If that was a TNT, that war factory would be dead. You'd be in a really good position. Yeah, Tech RPG, therefore, does get popped open. Worker going to try and build a tunnel here. There is another worker over here, but there is a V there. Tunnel's been left on 95%. Another few tunnels going up in the base. Radar's getting the wrap around here with these buildings and with these... Yeah, with the garrisons and with the tunnels. You want technicals come in, tech RPG on the power plant. It's going to take a while to kill the power plant, though. You'll be lucky if you kill it. One technical there does get picked off. He's switching into quads by the looks of it. Nobody going for the oils. I mean, if that nuke tox game is something to go by, they're not interested in the oils in general. Maybe we're not going to see an oil capture until the 13-minute mark once again. It's more than a possibility. Okay, 1v gets picked off there. That's good for the stealth. Very, very good. There's a load of quads here now, and this position here is under threat. I don't know why no one's taken this bunker yet. It's a little bit odd. Few units going down on both sides. Overall, okay-ish hold. He's also getting his strat. But yeah, why are you... Yeah, going that now. Now just need to detect the tunnel, and that bunker should finish it, I think. Yes, that gets cleared. But stealth is putting on the pressure once again, and this power plant here is at risk of going down. Another forward tunnel. One more V goes down. Just needs to be a little bit careful with these Vs, because these RPGs in groups can take him down pretty fast. So yeah, you want to engage with all the Vs at the same time and coming from different angles to surround the RPGs. Chasing them down whilst they're escaping like this while radar's not controlling them is also good. All the RPGs there did go down, actually. Big Fargo pop there and lost almost everything. I think only one quad escaped. Search and destroy deployed. Another power plant going down. I would like to see the supply chains upgrade or supply lines upgrade. Radar now getting his oils. I like this much better from Radar. Getting the oils at this point is definitely much better. Palace going up as well. Oh, wow. Well, there you're seeing the terrain come into effect. Like, once you've gone through that little wall thing, you're forced down here then. I think you can force fire and clear this wall. But yeah, it does cause all kinds of problems, which I think does favor the GLA heavily. Okay, so he's on buggies now. He's making his first market. One Avenger there going to go down. Don't really know why he's making Avengers. I don't think you really need to as Air Force against stealth. All those units do get cleared up. Antrip making his way towards level 3, but not quite. There's a Rebel here just doing a little bit of a scout. No defensive tunnel on this oil, which means Antrip could just go there and kill it or capture it for himself. Fire base now being deployed in the base. Another Rebel here, but you can see the Rebels, what they do. Oh no, don't capture it, man. You want to keep it there for a scout. Because what's going to happen with that Rebel now? He's going to die. Don't tell me he's going to get it. He's not going to get it, is he? Because now your Rebel's going to die for nothing. Okay, you're keeping him distracted for like 5 seconds, but now you've lost all that scouting power. Now, before you could see everything that was here, and you could see everything that was here. You know if he's making 50 drop zones, or if he's making combat chinooks, anything like that. But now that's all gone just for nothing. Big V push in the base, and a Jarman there goes down. The barracks has gone down. A tunnel It's going to go down. There's a few buggies out, though. Oh, the buggy's going a little bit too close. Actually, way too close. Not even a little bit. And all 3 buggies there do go down. This oil's been cleared. There is a drone over here, so that tunnel... that oil could be cleared as well. So missile defenders are going to get picked off. 2 markets, a barracks being rebuilt. Quad there has gone down. No supply lines upgrade. The drop zone being constructed. AT&T plan on the oil. Of course it will, because there's no tunnels there at all. Quite a decent V army out now. I suppose with 1 Avenger you can block the shots of some of the buggies. But still a V there is going to go down. Another drop zone. You see, this is where those rebels would be handy. Like, if you still had that rebel here, you could see, okay, he's dropping down drop zones now. Now I know he's been a little bit more passive. Maybe now I want to think about TNT in those, or maybe now I want to think about being more aggressive whilst he's invested in those, whilst they've not paid for themselves just yet. Then maybe now is the time to strike with a load of buggies and quads rather than making markets myself. Is making markets against an Air Force suicide because the support powers are so strong? As you can see here, 1 is just taken down pretty much for free. And these now pushing down the mid. 1V there does get picked off. 2V's picked off. That tunnel is cleared. And radar is losing the map control. 1 more buggy gets picked off. 1V very close to going down. The refinery in the center is captured, but that can just be gunned down now by Antrip. He is here. He just saw it get captured. Does he want to kill it? Or does he want to let the opponent get the 10% benefit for it? Radar sees this dying now. Now you want to queue up your units. Get your 10% discount now. For any units you're going to make over the next few minutes. Don't make them like now. Now it's died. I think he might have just done it though. You see he's spending his money. What's he actually built? He's not built a market. I think, yeah. Has he just queued up his units after he lost the refinery? Or what's he built it? What's he spent it on? I don't know. Carpet bomb comes in, kills 1 worker, takes a market down to the hole. Yeah, he was queuing up units after he lost the refinery. So you don't get a 10% benefit. A10 comes in and wipes out the markets. Very, very nice indeed. There's no markets actually in play yet. There's they're actually still building. So yeah, 94%, 12%. Big V army down the mid. More drop zones being built in the base of Antrip. Still no supply lines upgrade. It does give you 10% extra money for free on all your collections, all your oils, and all your drop zones. So yeah, definitely worth getting it. What is it, like $600? Something like that, but it quickly counteracts the value. Okay, the army continuing the push, and these 2 tunnels here are going to fall. You see the XP difference here. Antrip is really raking in the XP. Buggies from all around, and I think this army might get cleared up, especially with these stealth tunnels. You don't know where they are. You might run into one. Quad gets picked off. This tunnel's going to get completely finished. Supply depot still got 9.9k. Load of buggies out. Is Radar getting the bounty money? I wasn't paying attention though if he's getting the bounty money or not. Definitely think he should have placed the CC and got like level 3 bounty if he can. Yeah, he's not getting it, so that's a mistake. He's not getting the extra money that he needs. That he is going to need against an Air Force. Because all the support powers will be taking out your markets throughout the whole game. Ooh. That V is looking close to the death. Yeah, it goes down. Another drop zone by Antrip. Spectre once again on the main base of Radar. It's probably going to be on that market again, isn't it? I think. Yeah, and he's just stealthed it as well, so it's just cost him an extra $500. So that's a 3k loss. He's only got one market to his name and one other about to build, so he's got 2. Argo strategies. A double drone in the same place. Okay, plenty of V's out. The thing you got to think about when you're building these drop zones, if you actually like do the maths, like a drop zone costs 2,500. When it drops off its stuff, it's got 1,500. So it needs 2 drops to make $500 profit, which takes you what, 5 minutes to make $500 profit, and then a lot of V's going down here. A lot of V's. Yeah, hell of a lot of V's. Radar doing amazing damage here. And he's killing the expensive Avengers here as well. Ah, that's painful. That's painful for Antrip. He's getting the bounty money now, Radar, as well. But there are no quads left. You do need quads in the army. He has to bail now with the buggies. Yeah, with them drop zones, if you're making $500 profit of your first 2... Yeah, of your first drop zone within 5 minutes... And then with that $500, you're putting it to all the other money in your bank, and then you're dropping down another drop zone. Then you got to realize, actually, I'm spending everything now on drop zones. Like, it's just a continuous cycle, and therefore you've got less units out. See, he's got $300. And he doesn't have any units. He's got more drop zones than he has units. Is that the situation you want to be in? Is it? Oh, that's a fire base, not a drop zone. I thought it was a drop zone. But yeah, okay, he has 3 drop zones, he has 2 Vs and 1 ambulance. Is that the situation you want to be in? Do you not want to have more units than drop zones? Something you got to think about when you're dropping down all this secondary economy. Looks like we're going to be on for another beast of a game. It doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. I think a TNT on these drop zones could be very, very nice from the GLA. They'd hear the GPS scramble. We've got a CC now built, but they've got a Colonel Burton in the base causing damage to the arms dealers. And actually, there's only one market in play now. Colonel Burton seems to have killed that other one. Is he just gonna fire at that now? Because there is a Jarman on the way. Ooh. Colonel Burton caught with his pants down here. Yeah. Poor Colonel Burton. It's absolutely wrecked. A couple of RPGs here, just a bit of a scouting mission sent to their death. But if you had that rebel there before, you would be able to see all this for free. So yeah, Antrip can't do a lot at the moment. Colonel Burton is in the base. Does need to be careful because if he gets too close to that strat, it will be detected. Probably the limit is like there or something like that. Search and destroy does detect you. Buggy's moving in once again. Should be able to outrange the firebase, although sometimes they do fall in a position where the firebase can shoot back. I think these quads will go down, you know. There's a Colonel Burton here as well. Firebase does fall in the end, but Colonel Burton's going to Get some revenge on the buggies, but the buggies are going to escape. But Radar has one market to his name. Oh, he has two, actually. Didn't see this sneaky bad boy in the middle. Nice snipe on the V. So there's like 3 buggies and 1 quad. That V is going to go down. Give some more bounty money to Radar. Yeah, so I mean, as the Air Force, you're pretty much relying on the support powers now. That market needs scanning. That one needs scanning. Then you can use the carpet and use the Spectre. And then eventually the GLA will bleed dry of the cash. Spectre tries to kill the arms dealer, but fails. Radar's going to steal a V. Antrip, stop building the drop zones now, which I like, just pouring it into units. I think units is what's needed here. Because the GLA doesn't have much cash, so you don't need to build much more. I think your economy is already better with the 3 drop zones versus 2 markets. So yeah, a bit of a stalemate situation. Every time Antrip moves out, I mean, just look at the state of this map. It's like surrounded. Antrip has got a tunnel in his face at every point. As soon as he moves a meter out of his base, boom, head straight into a stealth tunnel. You can hear some buggies chipping away at this. Carpet bomb goes for the market, but it gets sold. It was a fake anyway, but he gets his... well, what do you get back from selling a fake market? Probably like 250. He went for it completely. He probably thinks that the GLA has no markets, but yeah, we can see there's 2 on the map. I think what you could do is move out with the V Army and have them in the group as well, so they fly over. So every time the buggies try to shoot, they just get defended by the point defense lasers. I think that's what I'd do. If I was in his position now, I'd be moving out, clearing at the map. I wouldn't be building Avengers. They're a complete waste. But I'd be moving out with the point defense lasers, because you've already got it for free. You don't need to build a 2K Avenger. 4K investment there in Avengers. Don't need it. You never see any pro players making Avengers against the GLA. Unless it's Hawkeye. But then he'll lose the game. Are these V's actually quite full? They're actually empty, man. They're empty. Okay, scrappy fight once again. But yeah, I don't understand moving out with empty V's. Radar does have the AP ammo, so I suppose if he did move out with the Chinooks, eventually they will get chipped away. But I mean, they're free units anyway, because you're doing nothing with them. There's no more money on the map to collect. Buggies from the back, take out one more V. I don't understand the empty V thing against stealth tunnels. I just don't get it. Yeah, he has cleared out 2. He's building up his XP. He's almost on level 5, actually. One drop zone here is going to get sniped by the buggies. That's painful, because that's like 33% of his economy right now. It's a very low economy game. We're talking 2 markets versus 2 drop zones. But it's the support powers of the Air Force that do sway things, I think. But I suppose Radar's got all the map control. And his stuff is stealth. Like, why isn't Antrip scanning more? Or is he scanning? Like, you probably won't expect a market there, but you can probably anticipate there's going to be one here. So yeah, why isn't he scanning it? Eventually you'll find it, because here's a common place to stick some markets, especially there. Anywhere here, really. Yeah, very low economy game. 2 markets versus 2 drop zones. Another drop zone going to be built now. Yeah, man, this is the second time in like a week I've seen pretty much stalemate on this map. Remember this Rage Against Excal tank versus stealth game? And now we're seeing air against stealth. Radar Antrip. It's basically a stalemate. Every time someone does something, Antrip moves out, he clears one tunnel, but he loses Vs and Avengers. Radar can't attack because there's probably carpet bomb waiting at any moment. And these V's on Colonel Burton kill the buggies. So yeah, it's a bit of a standoff too, and it's a bit like you read about World War One or you learn about World War One in the trenches. It's a bit like that, especially with the GLA. Here's your front line. You can't cross into no man's land with the scarecrows. You're gonna get gunned down by the Air Force. Okay, Spectre is. Oh, he's found a market. Okay, he's found a market. Some progress at last. Okay, that's a big blow. A big blow. He's building another one, but it is a fake. So yeah, Antrip's got to be looking at the map thinking, you know what, he hasn't got much money at all. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, he's GPS scrambled a V. He's GPS scrambled a V, that's what it is. Wondered why it was flashing yellow. Takes out power. Going to try and take out the war factory. These Vs are going to chase it away. So yeah, decent bit of XP there for Radar. Nice little kill. See, these Avengers are just useless. They don't even protect against 3 buggies. Like, what is the point in a 2k unit? You better just with more full Vs. And every time there's a fight, yes, you will lose 1 V. But a V is $800, you can evac it. An Avenger is $2,000 and it takes ages to move because it's fucking so slow. You can use the these Chinooks, man, to fly over. War Factory is going to have to be sold, actually. Again, you could use the Chinooks here to move over and make it survive. He's still chilling here. 2 quiet birds in the sky. Radar's dropping down more tunnels. Right, you've only got 1 market. Just built a second. Every tiny little bit of money now needs to go into markets. What is that extra 1 tunnel there going to achieve you, really? That $800 is better building a market. Carpet bomb is going to hit this market. I think the carpet bomb might fall a little bit weird. It might start shooting really early. Yeah, you see? Where's the terrain? I think because the terrain's higher, it always shoots. So you got to overshoot it. I think it's fucked anyway. Yeah, he has. Okay, V's are going to intercept some of these buggies, and Radar's got panicking a little bit now because his only market has been killed. He's got another one now, so he's got 1 market. These buggies, though, are so efficient. Antrip just doesn't know how to handle this. I mean, the enemy's got 1 market. That's it. He's making wraps, actually. Okay. As long as he's clearing some tunnels with it. Okay, I can live with that. But how many quads are there for Radar? I don't think maybe there's none. Can those survive against those on the ground? I think if it's left by itself, it will die. Yeah, it goes down. Jean Michel being put to work once again. I think Jean will get found and killed now, and I don't think Radar can be remaking Jean because he doesn't have the cash. His other market's gone down. That's it for Radar now, I think. I think that is it. We might see an end to this game because he has no money left. His markets have all been hunted. At this point, you've got to say to yourself, why do I need 2 arms dealers? Why do I need that supply? Why do I need some of these tunnels in my base? You've got to sell everything and pour everything into either units to close out the game right now, or markets, but you should have done that 10 minutes ago. Okay, that's a bit annoying with these quads here. They do have AP ammo as well, so you've got to be careful, especially when you got MTVs. I don't understand why he's been making MTVs. He's low power. Can't afford a power plant. This is really coming down to the last few units, isn't it? But the problem is that Antrip has the best support powers in the entire game and 3 drop zones. So even if he loses a few here, he can remake it. There's a Vet 2 quad, Vet 2 buggy. That's going to go down. Antrip is on his last legs because he doesn't have any units to fight just what couple of units Radar has. This is where you need to be selling everything because Radar's got a chance here. He has a chance. Sell everything. Sell all of these shitty tunnels you don't need. Oh, he's got one market. He's got one market. I didn't see that. Wow. I think this might be the most close, longest, epic game that we've seen in World Series Round 1. Why did that battle drone keep firing after it had already killed the V? I don't understand. Yeah, that V's going to clear it now. Anthrax bomb. Oh, baby. This is the game that just keeps on giving. Anthrax bomb. It actually killed a Chinook there. Wow. What are we actually seeing here? What are we actually seeing? Clear the toxin is not quite working. Sneak attack. All the action is happening now. Radar needs to close this out. Now is the chance. This is where you need every unit. Even evac that. Don't build that. Everything needs to be poured in. You need to win the game right now. What the hell? What is that? Leaflet? Fuel air bomb? Okay, Leaflet kills one buggy. Radar has some money now, so where's the additional quads? Where are the additional quads? Sneak attack is going to be left for now. Yeah, man, this is really the game that just keeps on giving, like, yeah, I mean, if I was Radar, all of these buildings, that would all be evac. That tunnel there would be sold. That building would be evac. This would be sold. This would be sold. You probably could argue maybe even sell the palace, sell that. If you used all the support powers, sell your CC. Just sell everything and pour it into 50 million quads now and win the game. Because he just had no units. He had an Anthrax bomb right on top. If you'd have gone in with a load of quads then, you might have been able to close the game. I mean, you can see his whole base because you just had it surrounded, so you know exactly what he's got. You don't want the game to go any longer against these Air Force support powers. Oh, baby. Is he going to cancel that? He has cancelled it. He's cancelled it. Spectre's killed another market. There is another one built, though. So there's only one market again. We're back to square one as we were 15 minutes ago. Oh man, what's going to happen with this game? Yeah, what is going to happen? Okay, the V's have been put to use. Colonel Burton just needs to be careful because there's a tunnel right here. You should know that now because the RPGs have popped out. But you see, because Radar was busy building other markets and he's not sold a load of stuff that he doesn't need, he doesn't have enough units out now. He's given the Air Force time to recoup what he just lost with the 3 drop zones. And now, does he have any buggies out? I don't think he does, so... Like, yeah, I questioned it before. I said that tunnel there, $800. What additional benefit is that tunnel providing that one and that one is not? Do you know what I mean? Every penny counts right here. This feels like the final decider, but it's not, you know. It's first to 5. It's first to 5. The pressure is on. Maybe they just feel like... Maybe Radar just feels like if I close it out here, this could be the set win, because Air Force should win. Air Force is stronger. Is that fuel air bomb? Fuel air bomb and the carpet coming in. Probably should have timed that better, so the fuel air bomb was first and the carpet finished it off. But does it matter? Because I think he's probably going to win anyway. It's these support powers. Like, that's why I said Radar should have closed it out well. So he had that bit of aggression going. That's where you got to realize, okay, now time to switch off the markets and now switch into pure aggression. Because you saw what was happening whilst Air Force just gets to use the support powers the whole time. Just slowly but surely, he just picks off all the markets. Sneak attack over here, but does he have any units? He's got 3 RPGs. 3 RPGs against all these Vs. I think Radar's just trying to delay until he can get another market up or something. Okay, that market's going to rebuild. One V gets picked off. He's still got 1 Chinook. He could fly it over there. Okay, he's evac'd a few RPGs and put them inside there. I don't think Radar can win anymore. I don't think it matters if even the #1 player in the world jumped in and controlled what Radar has now. I think it's going to be super hard, because even if you invested in loads of quads now and pushed into the base here, there's a fire base and all these Vs. The only way I could see maybe is with a big quad push here on the right, but even then the support powers like Leaflet might just shut it down completely. So yeah, I think Radar has waited a little bit too long now. And this is just why people ask me all the time, why is Air Force considered the strongest? Well, this is exactly why. It's the support powers. You can survive with just the CC. You can win a game just with CC. He needs to put his units inside there. Colonel Burton is trying to chase down the Jarman. I'm not sure that's the fight you want to take anyway. Pilot is going to go inside the V. Very nice. I think Antrip just needs to close it out now. A battle bus. Stealth battle bus. What's that going to do? I don't know, man. I don't know. He's got to try something, I suppose. He's got to try something. Anthrax bomb on... probably on top of these Vs. You reckon it's on top of this army? Could be really nice. You could be clearing the toxins now, just in case. Oh, baby. He does hit. Only kills 1 missile defender. Those just need to get out of the way because it just moved into position. But these Vs are here, so even if battle bus pops now... Okay, Jean-Michel snipes V. Battle bus almost takes out a dozer. I don't think it can pop now, can it? Drone placed down just in case there is a Jarman, but I think that might be it. His Radar's only got 1 battle bus. Okay, he's got 1 market still. The battle bus is here. Did he put the Jarman inside the battle bus? I think he lost it, didn't he? He just lost the Jarman, I think. I just realized this video is already an hour and a half long, and this one game alone has been 38 minutes. So one game... one game is nearly as much as half of the video. Okay, battle bus gets taken down. His tunnel's going to go down. I think that's it for Radar. Radar's got to be scratching his head now thinking, what the hell can I do? I don't think he can do very much. Palace has got 2 RPGs inside of there. V needs evac in. Please evac it, man. What the... Why is not evac in? He had 2 missile defenders in there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Palace goes down. I think Antrip has got it after a 40-minute slugfest. I think he has finally done it. CC now going to go down. Is Radar just wasting time at this point because he's lost to CC? He's not got a sneak. He's not got Anthrax Bomb, which is two most powerful abilities, really. He doesn't have any units. I think he is wasting time at this point. He has no units inside of his tunnel. Antrip is continuing the cleanup operation. He's already level 5, so killing all his buildings doesn't really mean anything apart from makes his units stronger. Getting some veterancy and whatever. Radar Van just needs killing. A barracks being established here by Radar. I think Radar is just doing the prideful thing, staying to the bitter end like a Boyka style. But, he can't do anything. I mean, what can he build from here? What, a $200 terrorist, I think? There's so many Vs and missile defenders out. I think Radar's... Sorry, I think Antrip has just made this out to be longer than it needed to. I think a few times he could have closed this out a lot sooner. Just the honest truth. Like, okay, there's one more market down here. That market there has been killed. So there's one market again. We're back to square one again. This tunnel needs to be finished. This tunnel needs to be finished. Why has he just left it? Okay, there's still this V roaming around. There's nothing inside it though. Just an empty V. Antrip now going in to kill this barracks. Radar has been defeated. GG, what an absolute beast of a game. That's the longest game that I have casted so far. What an absolutely insane game. And that might have cost Radar the series because he only needs to lose one more. Antrip needs to win one more. Radar needs to win 2 in a row now. So yeah, I mean, you can look at the stats. Absolutely mental. Let's jump into the next one. Okay, jumping into the reverse. Hopefully, it's not going to be another 48-minute slugfest or whatever it was. It was 40 minutes in the end. I mean, maybe it will. Let's see. We've got Gillet Stealth down in the bottom left with the green color. Up in the top right, we've got Radar with the USA Air Force in the purple. So Forgotten Air Battle. Again, it's just the armies reversed. Is this going to go the same way, or is Antrip going to close this out here? Is Radar under the pressure now? He definitely is under pressure, but is he feeling the pressure? He's going to show some signs of nerves and stuff like that. So many questions and so little answers. Is Antrip going to go for a fast oil capture? Is he going to have fast aggression? Is he even going to try to take control of these oils in the beginning? Okay, so Dozer drop from Radar, so that's straight away a bit of a difference here, and there is no terrorist here yet, but there is one on the way. Workers do get moved out of the way, and terrorist is locked onto the Dozer. Got a tunnel being built in the middle. That Dozer doesn't want to evac there because he'll probably just detonate the Chinook as well. Wolf Factory Barracks. I mean, it slowed him down a bit. He's not collecting still. But also that Chinook's been in the air rather than collecting for the last minute or so. So, okay, Tech RPG. Gonna pick off maybe 1V. I think he will, you know. He is going to pick off 1V. That's very nice. Get some veterancy on the technical there. And, yeah, saves all of his units. Ooh! Technical does survive. That's the thing about the vet too. Heals and takes longer to go down. Got some RPGs just chilling here. He's actually switched into quads from the first technical. No aggressive tunnel up here on the top yet. Oh, as I say that, but it gets cancelled. $800 there lost. Quad's now moving in, and Radar's second supply is going to be feeling the pressure straight away here. Tech RPG brought in. The quads do get cleared, but one dozer has also been cleared. Chinooks both saved, but one of them is pretty low. Tech RPG escapes. The drone is still here. Second arms dealer established. Could do with 2 more workers there. Probably 1 or 2 more there as well. But radar is under pressure because these quads are camping his second supply. He's moving in, but a little bit too close to the quads. One V there is going to go down. Quads are getting cleared up. This worker gets stopped. Another V might go down. Close. Let's save it. Tech RPG. I'm not sure what quite that is doing. Is it looking for the dozer maybe? The dozer is chilling back here. I think that's that same Tech RPG from the beginning. So yeah, still alive. Still looking for some kills. But even if it can break through the point defense lasers of the 2 Chinooks, I think it might be able to when they're separated. And these Vs seem to be on its case. Double arms dealer. There's a TNT prepared as well. Nobody going for the oils. Antrip's tunnels don't seem to be as good as radars were in the previous game. Tech RPG coming in once again, and he is going to hit the Chinooks actually. He might actually kill this one. Yeah, he is. That's very nice actually. So the Vs are going to move out. Are they going to go straight to the base? Actually going to engage this tunnel, but is the quads going to pop here? I think it would be a bad idea. I think save it for a better engagement. Moving these quads out now to go for a flank is a little bit questionable. Just sense their death, really. I mean, what do you expect when there's a big army of Vs here? Where are they going? And he's back to quad spam now. I don't know if one of these has got a TNT inside it. Yeah, that one there has got a TNT inside it. That one there has got a TNT. It's going to try a Boyka style TNT, but it's not going to work. Oh no, it's a Tech RPG. It's the same one from before. But yeah, one of these is a TNT, I'm sure, because there was like 5 terrorists out a minute ago. Ooh. Okay, radar moving down the map. If he gets into the base and closes down the arms dealers, I think he can win here. Yeah, again, you see in the terrain, they have to go like kind of up here and around here. He's now roaming around. There's a few technicals around. Is that a TNT? Don't know. Is he going for the main base? Okay, so radar can close out the game here. I think I give the Vs the advantage here. There are quads moving in from the back. Tech RPG moving in from the back. Tech's closing these Vs down, but so far this is a really bad trade for Antrip. He's lost a lot of stuff there. Again, another bad fight. Might be able to take out 1V. Does take out 1V. Okay, fair enough. Kills the pilot, kills the MDs inside. I think this is where radar back at home, you know, could switch off the Vs and just make 2 combat Chinooks and a load of missile defenders. That supply there has been TNT'd actually. So yeah, radar's economy is hurt. So if he loses this, he's in a bad situation. But yeah, it all comes down to this big fight here. Technical round the back. What has that got inside of it? Oh, that's the TNT as well. He can kill the dozer here, you know. Ooh, the terrorist's going to get gunned down by the Rangers. Yeah, if it had kept one inside there and then gone in there, he could have killed the dozer right there. But yeah, either way, radar is still hurt because he's lost his arms dealer. Sorry, he lost his war factory. Technical's coming in now. And this might be it. If radar loses this fight, oh my god, he's losing everything. Missile defenders have all gone down. I think that might be GG. You know, you just lost your entire army. Meanwhile, you're getting harassed back at home. Well played to Antrip there. He's cleared everything. Is that going to be it? Radar's going to continue the fight. He has a few more Vs. Strategy center going to be built, but we know Antrip likes the TNT, he likes the tech RPG, and maybe that dozer is going to go down now it's been sent out of the box. Chinook goes down. Radar is only on 2 Chinooks. Antrip still spamming the technicals. Some Rangers here being sent to their death. I mean, if you've got Rangers, and if you're going to send them to their death, I actually prefer if you just kill them yourself. You just save the enemy getting the XP from them. And this might be GG, you know. Radar is suffering horrendous losses here. There's a lot of technicals. This quad is still remaining as well. V there is going to go down, and the technicals are now going to be able to camp the production. Radar is out of units. I think that might be it. Well played to Antrip. Those here are probably going to go down. I mean, Search and Destroy, you might have the carpet bomb. I think he does have the carpet bomb, actually. Carpet bomb might be able to clear this, and he might be able to continue the spam. He's going to hunt himself, though, with the dozer kill. But there are still a couple of units left. Quad and the technical here still remain. The strategy center is taking immense damage. Maybe bombardment, probably one way, but I think it might be GG anyway, because Radar is out of cash. He's out of everything. Well played here to Antrip. Probably the most fantastical, if that is a word. I think it is. Fantastical round 1 match that I have seen so far. What an absolutely epic set. Didn't go to the absolute final decider, but it did go to 2 fantastic final games there. So GG, well played. I'm gonna have to go and get a drink now. I didn't expect this to be 2 hours long. GG, well played. And yeah, congratulations, good luck to Antrip in the next round.